Good morning YouTube, a little bit of deja vu. I'm back in Gordano services, pretty much in the same place as the last video. I'm on my way to Western Supermare today. I've got a full load there to pick up and bring back. I've had a really busy morning so far. It's only 20 past 11. It feels more like 4 o'clock, so I've just been flat out this morning. I had a quick job local to do, which is about 5 miles there and 5 miles back. And then I've been in the yard sorting stuff out, loaded the lorry up, went to the scrap yard, unloaded it all there, and then back to the yard again. And then I left for Western. So I just stopped off, got a quick coffee, and I don't usually buy sandwiches and stuff from service stations, but I'm really hungry and that looked quite good. So pulled pork, applesauce and stuffing. Looks really unhealthy, but there we go. Most stuff is nowadays. So yeah, I'm going to be going in a minute. It's really hot today. It's only showing about 19 degrees on the dashboard, but it's really muggy. I've been sweating like a pig all day. Not nice. So I'm going to have a nibble on this and then make my way to Western. Every single time I come down this road I get stuck at this bloody crossing and they keep the barriers shut for ages. I suppose I didn't get caught in the way in actually. I usually do. So I've just done my pickup from Western, fully loaded now. And I got to head all the way home again and then probably unload it if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to because there's quite possibly something in the way. So if not, I'll do it tomorrow morning. And hopefully I don't have to sit here for too long. That sun is hot, 23.4 degrees showing now. A greenhouse in here. I can hear something. There she goes. All that time just for that? Or is there going to be another one? No, that's it. Bloody mirrors. job in Weston. A truck, learner truck pulled in, and from what it looked like the instructor was driving and there's a pupil in the passenger seat, and they got out. I heard them say something about the CPC module. I think it's module 4, and the one where you got to kind of walk around the truck and tell them stuff, like show me, tell me things. Thankfully I didn't have to do that, because I passed my class 2 in 2006, so I only had to do the hazard perception and the normal theory test, and then I got the grandfather rights for the CPC stuff. But it just made me think, all this CPC that's come in, the deadline for it was last week, I think on the 9th, I think it was, or something. We did our 35 hours training, and to be honest, I didn't learn a great deal, and that's not because I knew it all already, it's just because our course wasn't particularly good and our trainer wasn't particularly good. There's a lot of talk on YouTube and on forums and sort of in the trucking industry about CPC. And a lot of people say there's a load of rubbish and it's a waste of time. In a way I agree, but I only agree because of the way it's been implemented, not necessarily the actual idea of a periodic training. If you think about it, there's truckers on the road that have been driving for maybe 30, 40, maybe 50 years, and they've never had to keep up with modern technology and with modern trucks and with modern practices. I mean, they passed their driving test maybe 40 years ago, and they maybe have done a medical since, but that's it. Anything else they've probably not done, unless they're like doing ADR or something like that. So it's a good idea to have periodic training, so you learn about the new legislation, you can keep up to date with what's going on, but it needs to be done in such a way that the drivers are interested in it and that they feel that they want to do it. They're not doing it because they have to do it. The problem that I have with the CPC the way it is at the moment is most of the stuff in it, in the modules, is teaching you to suck eggs. I mean, there's how to lift stuff up and how to get in and out of the cab safely, how to drive with fuel economy in mind, how to be courteous to your customers, and this is just stuff that happens every single day. You know, truck drivers aren't all idiots. We know how to treat our customers, we know how to lift our loads up safely, we know how to secure our loads. We don't need to be told by someone who's never done it how to do it. It was quite funny, in our course we had several people not from our company there. Some of them have been in the business a long time, and the instructor has gone on about how to deal with customers, be polite and all this kind of thing, and one of the blokes piped up and said, "Oh, I always just tell our customers to fuck off. I mean, I don't care about them." He was joking, of course, but the instructor didn't take it as a joke and basically just went off on a massive rant about how you can't treat your customers like that. I mean, come on, the customers are the business. Without the customers we don't have a business, so we don't go around telling our customers to fuck off, because if we did that we wouldn't have any customers and we wouldn't have a job. This is common sense, and we don't need some bloke sat in a classroom telling us that every 5 years. I also do ADR, although we don't technically need it for what we do. We decided a few years ago, about 10 years ago, to do it anyway, just in case legislation changed. And yeah, that's good, that's interesting, that's worthwhile. And the way that the course that we did, the initial course we did, it was run well, it was structured well, it was all information that was beneficial, and I actually quite enjoyed it, even though it was a bit boring, sat in a classroom for 7-8 hours a day for 3 or 4 days. I did actually find it interesting, and I did learn a lot. With the CPC, again, we sat in a classroom for 7 hours, and I didn't learn anything, to be honest. It was just, yeah, it was a waste of time, which is sad, because there's potential there for the CPC to actually be really useful. So I just wondered what your views are on the CPC, if you've done it. Well, I suppose you must have done it if you're still driving. If you're a new driver coming into it, having to do the initial modules, are you finding that useful, or do you think it's a waste of time? Are you learning things from it? And for existing drivers, how did you find your course? How was it run? It'd be really interesting to hear some different views on how different people got along with it, because I know there's a massive divide between those that found it completely useless and those that actually found it quite useful and learned something. So it'd be really interesting to get some comments on that. Maybe leave a comment in the comment section, or do your own video on it, do a video response, maybe tag it Hairy Trucker CPC or something like that, so I can find it. So yeah, that just got me thinking when I saw that young guy learning the ropes, as it were. I can see how someone coming into the job now, something like that would be useful, because when I started, you learned to drive the truck, you did the theory tests, which was more about weight limits and, you know, just kind of simple things like that, but no one really told you what the job involved, and like working the tachograph, you know, things you actually need to know. Like curtain siders, no one's ever told me how to use a curtain sider. Thankfully I don't have to, it's not part of my job, but I mean, if I ever was given a curtain sider like this one in front, I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, I've never opened a curtain or closed a curtain before. Stuff like that is things that the CPC should be telling you. Tail lift's the same, this thing's got a tail lift. I've been using tail lift since I started the job. I never had any formal training on it, but obviously the company showed me how to use it, and the different vehicles we've had over the years. I've taught myself how to use them, but a new driver coming in, they wouldn't know how to open one of those fold-out tail lifts that guy's got in front. And it's stuff like that the CPC should be doing, stuff that actually affects drivers' everyday working life, not telling them how to say hello to a customer, because that is just common sense and common courtesy anyway. You shouldn't have to be told that. Yes, that's my my little rant and discussion on the CPC. Again, I'd love to hear any comments you've got on that. Well guys, I think that's probably about it for this video. It's been a bit dull, but to be honest, the day's been a bit dull. I haven't really achieved much. So yeah, there's not really much else to say. I'd love to hear your comments about the CPC, as I said. And yeah, if you've got any other questions or comments or anything, then just leave them in the comments box. I've done a few more sat-nav videos on my channel, showing you how to do a few things on the TomTom sat-nav, so go check those out if you've got one, or if you want one and want to know how it works a bit better. Apart from that, I shall see you next time, and hopefully it'll be a little bit more exciting, but we'll find out at the time. So drive safe guys, and I shall see you in the next video.